What if the key to unlocking your fullest potential isn't some new self help book, but a conversation with an AI? I know it's wild, especially if, like me, you grew up labeling every gadget as just for work or just for fun. But now we're starting to see technology and especially artificial intelligence show up as a real co pilot for our growth. I mean, imagine waking up and instead of that generic affirmation audio looping, you got this, which, okay, still has its place. You're greeted by an AI coach that actually knows you, knows your patterns, your moods, even those little ruts you fall into week after week. These tools are everywhere now. Chatbots, virtual assistants, apps like Replica, Wobot, they're not just reciting a script, they're adjusting in real time to what you're actually feeling or saying. I remember a couple years back, I was super into those motivational playlists on YouTube. Press play, go about your day, and hope something sticks. But when I switched to this AI powered journaling app, oh, everything changed. I could type in that I felt off or just meh, and the app would literally shift its tone, suggest specific affirmations, or ask me questions that poked at the real issue hiding under my Monday gloom. Not some generic think happy thoughts, but hey, Leilani, I noticed a dip in your mood around this time last week too. Want to talk? It sounds so simple, but honestly, having tech that listens and then serves up growth strategies custom to my actual life, that hits different. We're no longer limited to one size fits all growth plans. You might be using Replica to talk through your day or Wobot for a little mental health check in at 2 a.m. I've totally been there. The point is, these AI powered coaches are bringing that level of personal touch that 5 years ago you'd only get from a real therapist or life coach. And sometimes, even then, you might hold back because let's keep it real. Sometimes it's easier to tell a little digital bot you're angry or overwhelmed than admit it out loud to a real person. So, all right, where was I going with this? Oh, right. AI is stepping into the role of your growth partner, and it does it by actually seeing you as you are, not some ideal version. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood. How does AI even pull this off? Honestly, it blows my mind a little. These tools are analyzing data you probably didn't even know you were giving. Your sleep patterns, how many times you check your phone, what you journaled about last week, the tone in your texts, even. It's taking all these micro habits, your goals, your moods, and boom, it gives you feedback, sometimes in real time. The first time I got a push notification like noticing you've been more withdrawn the past few days. Would you like some grounding exercises? I nearly dropped my coffee. I never told this app about my withdrawal cycles, but it saw the pattern. Here's what I wonder though, and maybe you're asking this too. Can an algorithm really see your blind spots better than a traditional coach or mentor? I'm not saying it's perfect. Sometimes an app will be like, celebrate your win. And I'm like, what win? Sis, I just stayed in pajamas all day. But in other moments, yeah, it catches stuff my human support team misses. Usually because I downplay things to people, but data's honest, even if it's brutal sometimes. Actually, this reminds me, one of our listeners, a stay at home dad, DM'd me last week. He said he's been using an AI time management bot. At first, he laughed it off, but now he can grab pockets of time where he can actually paint and write again. He told me his house used to feel like chaos, goals just buried under the dishes, but the bot tracks his windows of opportunity and nudges him real time. It's not perfect, like sometimes the thing suggests creative hour, right as the baby pees on the carpet, but you get the gist. Even in real, messy life, AI digs up patterns we totally miss otherwise. It's kind of like what we discussed in that Mastering the Art of Reading the Room episode. A whole new way to tune in, but instead of reading a room, the tech is reading you. So, look, I know I'm hyping it up AI as your coach, your cheerleader, the friend who never sleeps. and the benefits are definitely real. 24/7 support. Yep, it's always available, never judging, doesn't care if you're in yesterday's sweatpants venting at 3 a.m. It can nudge you gently or hit you with a reality check, all without that awkward side eye you sometimes get from a human. And there's always a but, right? There are pitfalls. Privacy. Girl, every app wants your data. How much of yourself are you willing to share with a machine? Then there's the over reliance. What happens when you start listening to a bot more than your intuition or tuning out your actual circle because my AI knows me best? That's something I had to learn the hard way. Early in my business, I was obsessed with productivity tech, reminder apps, CRMs, digital planners, hoping if I plugged my life into enough systems, I'd finally get ahead. And I saw results, don't get me wrong, but at one point, I started feeling hollow. I realized I was running on checklists, but I'd stopped tapping into my community for advice, support, and those magic moments of wisdom that tech just can't deliver. My mentors, my real lived experience people, helped me rediscover my gut, my why, the stuff no algorithm could ever measure. So, if you're going to partner with AI for your growth journey, let it be a powerful tool, not your whole toolbox. Use the data, welcome the nudges, but don't lose sight of your intuition or your real world support system. All right, that's our 10 minutes for today. If you're ready to let technology help you unlock your next level, but you want to stay grounded in who you are, keep tuning in. Next time you log off, check in with yourself too. And hey, I'll see you right back here on the couch. Stay motivated, stay evolving.